Hi everyone, it's Carissa at Sprinkled with Glitter, and I am here with a card project for you. I'm actually going to be making a birthday card today, and I was kind of browsing around at some different blogs this week, and I noticed that it is Simon Says Stamp's 4th birthday, so I thought I would go ahead and put together a birthday card to celebrate their 4th birthday, and I'm going to be using this Simon Says Stamp Happy Every Day stamp set. This is the stamp set from the April card kit from Simon Says Stamp, and I'll be using this hoping you have an amazing birthday. And I'm also going to be using, this is from the Simon Says Stamp April card kit as well, but it's from the Park Bench collection, Fancy Pants Park Bench 6x6 pad. So I'm going to be using a strip of that, and I kind of wanted to do a black and white and gold card. So I've gathered some of my gold supplies that I have, some washi tapes, and this is the American Crafts glitter tape here, and I just pulled out whatever gold stuff I have. So this is a gold paint pen. I'm not sure if I'm going to be using all of this, but I just thought I'd kind of grab it all together. I also have some gold embossing powder here. This is from Stampin' Up, and it's really old. It's been lasting me quite a while. But I thought I would make a shaker card. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, and I'm going to set aside some of this stuff here. Oh, the other gold thing I have is this brushed gold paper from Stampin' Up as well. So I'm just going to set some of this stuff aside here, and I'm going to get started on the shaker portion of my shaker card. And I have this piece of vellum here. This is cut to 3.5 by 3 inches. And I kind of planned it to where my greeting would fit nicely in there, and there would be a little bit of space around it. So I'm going to emboss this greeting on the front of this vellum with the gold embossing powder. And I've kind of been inspired. I was also on the 2Ps blog watching a video over there, and I'll link to the project there. But she embossed using the gold embossing on vellum, and I was kind of inspired by that. So I thought I would try that. This is not exactly the technique she did. It's very different, but I thought I would go ahead and try that. So I want to make sure I ink up this stamp really well because there's lots of solid letters on it. And I want to make sure I get a really good stamped image. And I'm going to bring my piece of vellum in here, and I will use my stamp press to kind of line this up. And I can already tell that you probably can't see this, but I can already tell that I didn't get a good stamped image. And so I'm going to try that again rather than embossing that half stamped image. And the other step I forgot to do the first time was to use my powder tool on this. So I'm just going to powder tool up my vellum. And I'll re-ink my stamp again, and we'll try this again. Oh, that is much better. I can see it. You probably can't see it on the camera, but I can see that I got a much better impression. So I'm going to bring in a piece of scratch paper here to catch my extra embossing powder. These are some old nursing school notes. If you've ever been to nursing school, you know that you have endless amount of scratch paper after you complete nursing school. So I'm just going to sprinkle on this gold embossing powder. To minimize the warping on this piece of vellum, I'm going to let my heat tool heat up first and then go ahead and emboss it. There I have my little embossed sentiment. It's not as clear as I had hoped it would be, but I think it will work. And I'm going to go ahead and use this to create my shaker. So this is going to sit over this piece of white cardstock. Now this cardstock is cut the exact same size as the piece of vellum, and I've gone ahead and prepped it by putting some foam adhesive all the way around the perimeter of this to where it's touching. There's no gaps. And what I'm going to attach this vellum over the top of this, but first I want to put some little gold shapes in here so that when you shake the card, that there is some fun little things moving around inside. So I just have a few little punches here and some of this gold paper. And I'm going to use some stars to tie in the stars that are on the sentiment. and I'm going to use a few little, just these little circles. And then I will use a few hearts as well. And this gold is definitely more muted than the gold that's on what's going to be on the front of the card, but that's okay because it's whatever gold I put behind here would be muted by the fact that there's vellum over the top. So once I get those in there, then I can expose the adhesive on the foam adhesive. Okay, so you can see how those little shapes move around there inside of there now when they shake. And we do have some ugly edges here, but that's okay because I'm going to treat those with a little bit of washi tape. And I think I'll just use, originally I had thought maybe I would use this chevron, but I am planning on using the black and white chevron on the base of the card, and I don't want to get too much pattern going on. So I think I'll just go ahead and use the solid gold washi on the edges of this. And what I'm going to do is just tear some pieces, and I will just line it up on the edge of here to where it kind of covers that foam adhesive up, and then wrap it around the back. Okay, so I have those edges wrapped in the gold washi tape, and so that completes the little shaker part of my card. And now I can bring in my card base and get to work on that. So I just have a plain piece of Neenah Solar White cardstock, and I have cut it lengthwise at 4 1/4, so I'm going to score it at 5 1/2. And this will be a top fold card. And just because my other bone folder isn't around, I will use the one that comes on my little scoreboard here. So I'm just going to bring in the elements that I think I want to use and start kind of playing with them on the front of the card. I also think I want to use a piece of this somehow. But I don't think I want it this wide. So what I think I'm going to do, let's go ahead and fold it in half, or actually, I kind of want the chevrons to go this way. So I'm going to trim this down and make just a little banner out of it. And that will poke out from beneath my little shaker piece. Okay, that's a little better. I apologize if you can hear my laundry right now. It's laundry day at the Wiley household. So I really think I'm kind of liking this arrangement here. So I'm going to go ahead and start adhering some of these pieces down. And I'm just trying to get the placement for this little washi tape piece. And I'm just going to go ahead and use some regular ATG adhesive to peek that out from the bottom here. So I'll have this kind of like this, and this will go right about there. I'm going to go ahead and adhere the shaker box piece onto the card. And I'm just going to, since there's already some dimension to this with the foam adhesive, I'm going to go ahead and just adhere it with regular adhesive. Now, you'll see this washi tape, the way I folded it over on the back, it's kind of coming up. That's okay. I'm just going to take and run a little ATG along that, and that will keep that down and secure. And then if I run it over the rest of this, it should stay really nice and secure because it'll be trapped between those layers. And I really feel like I want to bring this star theme in a little bit more, so I'm going to grab some of these stars from, I believe they're from Studio Calico Wood Veneer, and I am just going to kind of sprinkle some of these onto the front of the card. I'll do one up here. And I'll just adhere those on using some Tombow Mono Multi-Glue. Okay, and there we have a fun little shaker card for today, a birthday card celebrating Simon Says Stamp's 4th birthday, so happy birthday to Simon Says Stamp, and using some of their exclusive products as well, and using gold, which is hot right now. If you want information on any of the products I used in this video, you can check out my blog. I link them all over there. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day.